I think once a few more people have logged in, we might want to take a survey to see sort of how people would like to proceed. But until then, why don't we just do a little review? I think once a few more people have logged in, we might want to take a survey to see sort of how people would like to proceed. Okay, so let's just start out with setting an intention to think about our reason for gathering here is to try our best to follow the advice of Geshe Gelek to actually memorize and study and actually be very familiar with the things that he's taught us about calm abiding so that we can actually put them into practice. And that by doing that, we can gain the benefits of concentration, which will lead to a calm mind. And with the great benefit of working our way towards enlightenment so we can eventually be of greatest benefit to every single sentient being. So with that in mind, let's do a review and just remind ourselves of the obstacles for this. So first off, how many faults are there? Yeah, you can just go ahead and say, Julie. Yeah.
5?
Exactly, right.
Yay.
5 faults. Yeah, very good. And for anybody who wants to, you certainly don't have to, but you can just leave your mic open for this part if it makes it easier to share, but don't feel like you have to do that, but you're welcome to. Okay, so there are 5 faults. What's the first one? Does anybody know?
Laziness.
Yeah, laziness. And how many antidotes are there to laziness?
4. My video, I can't get my video on, but Joanna's here. I'm the big J.
All right, Joanna, welcome. Glad to see you. Yes, chime in for sure. Yeah, okay. So there's 4 antidotes to the fault of laziness. So who can name at least one, and bonus points if you can get all 4?
Having faith in the benefits, which leads to an interest in doing it, which leads to an enthusiasm,
Yeah.
which leads to pliancy.
Excellent. Very well done.
Oh, I got 4.
You got all of them. Gold star. Okay. So laziness is the first fault. What's the next one?
Forgetting the instruction.
Forgetting the instructions. Exactly. And what's the antidote for that one?
Remembering the instructions.
Well, that's true. That's absolutely right. And what do we call that?
Mindfulness.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Okay. And then what's the next fault?
Thinking an excited mind.
Right. Sinking in excitement. And the antidote for that? What we develop after mindfulness.
Introspection.
Introspection.
That's right. Yeah. So far we've got faith in the benefits, interest, enthusiasm, and pliancy. That's the 4 antidotes for laziness. And then mindfulness, which is the antidote for forgetting the instruction. And then introspection, which is the antidote for sinking in excitement. Okay, so we've got 2 more faults. What's the next one?
Not applying the antidote.
Exactly. And the antidote for that is?
Applying the antidote.
Applying the antidote, right. That one seems like almost a trick question. Okay, and then the last fault is what?
Over application.
Exactly. And so what's the antidote for that?
Or doing nothing.
Right, exactly. So equanimity, yep. And at this level, that would be doing nothing because what you're doing is already working and you don't need to do something else, right? So very good. That was really good. So I wanted to just check in to see since, well, as soon as Neely comes, I'll give her a second to get connected. Okay, so I just wanted to check and see, since you all are most of the core group who's been doing the review, how would you all like to proceed? Would you like to continue doing what we're doing here? Is this helpful? Would it be better to switch to doing meditation together? Would you prefer some third option? I would really like feedback about how people would find this most helpful.
How about a little of both?
Okay. Do you mean, Julie, that you would like to see us like alternate one Wednesday do review, one Wednesday do meditation, or that you'd like to try to split the 15 minutes into 7 minutes of each?
I think the 15 minutes of meditation would be better to maybe alternate Wednesdays.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Does anyone else have an opinion either? That sounds good, or you'd prefer something else?
I agree with Julie.
Okay. And Joanna, the alternating, like do review one Wednesday and meditation the next?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else have a thought, yay or nay? Okay, well, as long as Geshe asks us to keep doing this, then that's how we'll do it. So we have about 8 minutes left. Would you all like to continue with the review that we've been doing, or would you like to do a meditation right now?
Meditation.
Okay. So just a quick reminder then, and we can do this a little longer, maybe next Wednesday. But Geshe has taught us that really setting up this meditation with thoughts on loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta will make us more successful. So maybe we could each just take a minute or two in our own way, and either using the 4 measurables or some other loving kindness meditation, or any way that you have to think about loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta. Just take a minute, and we'll all sort of have that shared thought each in our own way. And then I'll signal when we're switching into the meditation on calm abiding. Okay, and then when you're ready, you can bring up your object of meditation. And if this is not a meditation that you do regularly, you can use your breath, you can use a holy image, you can really use any image. And the idea is to just keep your mind focused there. And if you're like me, you'll frequently come off of it, but then you just notice that and bring your mind back. And the work is in just continuing to bring your mind back again and again. And so we'll do this together for a few minutes. Okay, and so Geshe will probably be joining us anytime, and I see that some people are having trouble with their video, so I'm just wondering if, Donna, if you have any suggestions.
Yes, now that we're out of the meditation, I found a button here and I just clicked it that allows people to start video. So why don't you all see if you can do it now? Something has changed in the Zoom changes their settings every 5 minutes sometimes. So see if you can get yours going now.
Great. Nice to see so many smiling faces.
Good, it helped.
Okay, so I think that next week, following, people's feedback, we'll just start the meditation at 6:45 and just do a meditation together for the 15 minutes. So in case anyone wants to join for that, that's what we will be doing next week if all goes according to plan. Geshe is here.
Oh, good evening. Please have a seat. Good evening, Dhamasi. Good evening, Hamula, Venerable Hamula. Good evening, Teresa. Good evening, Chukila. Good evening, Julie. Good evening, Bodhisattva Patrick, Joanna, Alex, Enlightened Being, Sandra, Panditji, shows entire Lamrim realization are here. Good evening, Patti. Good evening, Neely. Good evening, Jennifer. Good evening, Tom. Good evening, Laura. Good evening, Susie. Good evening, Karen. Good evening, Elise. Good evening, Julie from Kentucky. Good evening, Sarah. Sarah Meadows. Good evening, Sean. Good evening, David. Good evening, Kim. Thank you for being here. Anybody watching on YouTube, good evening too. Yeah, we'll begin with a short prayer. Okay, Hamala will lead prayers.
Gupe gone chatselo Gesham yitu cheti malubu Tomene saditun tam cheshak Kepa gewanam la sheirang Korwa matom badule june Dola cheki kolo korwadang Dashengena janju chempo
Maybe Hamala, please say in English. Maybe a lot of people have no clue what we are chanting. Read one time in English, please.
Presently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of karma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Saji perki jushin metop tamri rabnishi nidegen padi sangeshindu Miktewa idokunamdak shingla cheposhok chetsunama tampakenam Ichukukala Kense Chuchinti Chita Tsampe Dujetsimam La Shab Yecheki Charpawab Tusa Idam Guru Ratamandalakam Niryatayami.
Sanje chöna tsoji chonam la chanju pardon dani jasu. Dagi chushin jibe sanan je rola penje. Sanje rombara sho. The purpose of reciting refuge and bodhicitta prayer before every class is to develop positive attitude, okay, positive attitude, good intentions. So if you can develop good intentions, so then even though you don't know how to say the refuge and bodhicitta prayer, that's okay. If you know how to say refuge and bodhicitta prayer, if you are not developing good intention, then it's just mumbling the word. So to develop positive intentions, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen this class because I want to benefit. I want to benefit, myself. I want to benefit others. The best way to do is to have positive intentions, such as loving kindness, compassion, altruistic attitude. So then that's the whole purpose of reciting refuge and bodhicitta prayer 3 times. Why 3 times? Maybe if the first time, maybe you're looking around, I go for refuge Buddha Dhamma Sangha, maybe wondering, do I have a dessert in my refrigerator, or maybe Second time, maybe you come back there, oh, maybe I should maybe focus a little bit. And third time, maybe you focus. So that's why you say 3 times. The right from the beginning, if you can focus 1 time, then no need to say 4 or 5 times, 3 times. Only reason 3 times that is to center our heart, what we say. Okay, so the whole purpose and idea behind that is to develop positive intentions for the class. Okay. Oh yeah. So then no need to feel bad. I don't know how to say that prayer. It's not that. Once you develop positive intention, it's not that important. The best form of positive intention is bodhicitta, altruistic attitude. Want to help. Not just based on mere belief or faith, based on firm reason, based on firm reason. Not just based on mere belief, not based on a firm reason that you want to benefit others. When you start to think about benefiting others, then your happiness began. Your true happiness began. Oh, so when you try to think to harm someone, then your happiness diminishes. Whether you call yourself a Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, doesn't matter. Minute you start to think to harm someone, then there you have no happiness at all. You have no happiness, zero happiness. Minute you start to think about benefiting others, then your true happiness begins. So that's why the positive intention is very important, very important to have. Then altruistic attitude, or technically called bodhicitta, your life would be better off if you meditate on bodhicitta. Altruistic attitude, bodhicitta. Then you feel like your life has some meaning. Your life has meaning. Your life has purpose on this planet. Your life has purpose. Your life has meaning. You're here to help others. That will be your legacy on this planet. When you look around, Who doesn't matter? Tibetan, American, English, Dutch, Buddhist, non-Buddhist, believer, non-believer, Christian. Each and every breathing, living being on this planet looking for happiness. So that's the fact. That's the fact. It's nothing to do with religions. You ask every single person every single person you encounter, you ask them, are you looking for happiness? Answer will be yes. Oh. You are doing the same thing, they are doing the same thing. Now the question is, will your life will be better off if you help them to achieve happiness or destroy their happiness? Which way your life will be better off? So then based on that calculations, then we practice. So then based on that precise calculations, then it makes sense. It's not just mere belief, it makes sense to be kind, to be more compassionate, to loving, caring. That makes sense. Everybody likes to be loved. Everybody likes to be cared. So that's the fact. Therefore, therefore, beginning of the class, then you recite refugee Buddhist prayer. Then you are trying to develop altruistic attitude for the class. I'm going to listen to this class. Just want to benefit. That's all. Just want to benefit. It's not about converting somebody from like some religious faith into other religious faith. No. Just want to benefit. That's all. Just want to benefit. Nothing more, nothing less. Just want to benefit. To be kind, not just to be kind. Huh? To myself, should not be harsh. Need to approach very compassionate way. Huh? I can't be compassionate because I make mistake. Everybody make mistake. Everybody make mistake. Till you be liberated, everybody make mistake. You need to show more compassion because you are making mistake. If you are perfect, why you need to show compassion? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has issues. With their life, everybody has issues. So we are not all content. We are not all not content. No matter how we receive, how much we get, how much we drink, how much we eat, how much we wear, we never content. We never content. Everybody else is like that, always looking for. So the question is altruistic attitude or bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, that's the primary reason why we say refugee bodhicitta prayers at the beginning of the class. So then why bodhicitta? Why altruistic attitude? Why bodhicitta? Because bodhicitta is like a horse, like a horse. If you manage to ride that horse will eliminate all the sadness, depressions, all the problems. Then that horse brings you to happiness, And Master Shantideva was wondering if somebody has mind, why you don't ride that horse? Why you don't ride that horse? Doesn't make sense. Sorry, one of my Asian friends calling from California, not knowing that I have class. So, okay. Oh yeah. Just want to share with you. Oh, tewe kyonga kusewe kyo sadness, depressions. Ngal means difficulties, complications, difficulties, problems. One's own problem from the family, the friendship, all kind of problems. Ngal means difficulties, all kind of difficulties, all kind of difficulties. Cell means eliminate. Teve chunga kusebe so. Was Chanju Simji, Tashuni, Chanju Sem Bodhicitta, Ta means horse. Tashu means rider, ride that horse. Teve chunga kusebe. Then the dewa dola, then the dewa means happiness, happiness to happiness. Same year, sushi, ju look jurors. If somebody has mind, why you get discouraged to ride that horse? Doesn't make sense. Because your life is going to be much better off. If you ride that horse, your life is going to be much better off. That's very true. No, you cherishing others is draw to all the happiness. Cherishing others draw to all the happiness. I think throughout the day, we have to understand that other person is looking for happiness every single second. Do we understand that? So based on that fact, so you become obstacle or you become conditions. If you become conditions, your life will be better off. If you become obstacles, your life is not going to be easy because other person not going to be happy. So that create negative energies that impact your mind and your life. Nobody wants to be around with negative persons. Nobody wants to be around with angry persons. So now that's your choice. You make that person angry or try to help that person to not to get angry. Maybe some sacrifice be needed for the bigger goal, which is happiness. Otherwise, everybody's eating, drinking, eating, all of a sudden somebody says something, all of a sudden the whole atmosphere become turned into toxic. Nobody enjoys. Yeah, we are capable. We are fully capable to make that. You know, somebody says something, then you say something, then all of a sudden get into arguments. So then that argument get out of control. Then all this enjoyable atmosphere is completely gone. Who did that? Everybody contributed for that. So therefore, all my friend here, altruistic attitude is the answer for all our sadness, depressions, difficulty, complications, problems. So we need to try all our best every day, maybe ride on that horse a little bit here, there. If you cannot ride on that horse 24 hours, 7 days a week, maybe at least few minutes need to ride that horse during the daytime. And then your life will be better off. So then riding that horse will become easier and easier, so then life will be better and better, okay? So there's the whole, sorry, there's so much been said about reciting Refuge in Buddhist prayer before the class. Whole point is to develop altruistic attitude. Altruistic attitude. To be kind to yourself. Don't I say, don't become too critical if there's no benefit. Don't become too critical to yourself if there's no benefit. Don't look down on yourself if there's no benefit. Don't point out your wrongdoing if there's no benefit. why you do that. Doesn't make sense. If there's some benefit, you can point. Oh, you did this wrong, that wrong. If you can overcome, if you can move on, so maybe there's some benefit. Other than that, don't do that. There's no benefit. It does not benefit. I'm not saying there's no benefit for you. If there's no benefit, looking down on yourself, then don't do. Pointing your wrongdoing, if there's no benefit, don't do. Don't do. No good. No good. Then of course, they don't do that to other people too. Why? Because life is going to be difficult. That's why. That's all. Life is going to be difficult. That's all. Nobody wants that. Okay, just want to share. So now, Sean. So now we are going to have a discussion about the topics of renunciations. At the last Wednesday, so I asked Thomas SPC maybe one more Wednesday. So what Sean said, or what Lama Chapja Lama Zoba Rinpoche taught about renunciation, then probably Sean listened to that. So so as I said, Rinpoche is serious practitioners, so I am the laziest monk you can find in the whole monastery. So now the question is, renunciation is a kind of realization or practice that helps you to free yourself from the samsara. So now the question is, what do you mean free from samsara? What do you mean free from samsara? What do you mean free? So we have life. We are all life here. Every one of us, we are life. We say we have life, so we breathe. Question is, how much you attach, how much. Now today we go a little bit deep. Oh, yeah. How much you attach to this life? How much you attach to this life? Ask yourself how much you attach to this life. How much? Yes, I'm attached to this life. I'm very much attached to this life. What is the problem? You could say, what is the problem? If you become very much attached to Papa John pizza, not just pizza, has to be very particular, Papa John pizza. No? What happens? What's the problem? Becoming so attached to Papa John pizza. What's the problem? So you may not see the problem when there's plenty of Papa John pizza stores around where you live. Or you are planning the vacation to maybe hike in the countryside of Nepal. That you are looking for one of your bucket list. That you are looking for a long time. They're going to Himalayan like valleys to hike, maybe 7 days, 14 days, whatever that number of days. So then you go with the attachment to Papa John pizza in the countryside of Nepal. There is zero Papa John store. Papa John store doesn't exist in that part of the world. So what do you do now? Does that cause problems? Or maybe like Starbucks? Or maybe French fry? Or maybe your hot shower that you can take any minute? When I say if you're attached, very attached, that means you have to have that. You cannot live without that. That means that's what it means. Very attached means you have to have that. You cannot live with that. So how you're going to enjoy your hiking through the Himalayan Valley? You can take hot shower any minute you want. You can book hotel. You can ask, do you have a hot shower? There's yes, we do have hot shower. Practically, reality, maybe there's no hot shower. When you get there, there's maybe not hot shower. Or maybe it will take 1 hour to get hot shower. What do you do? Oh, that's just an example. How much you attach to this life. What do you mean this life? This life you need to think about food, you need to think about clothes, then top of that, fame attached to be praised or worry about to be criticized. To, kui, tam, to, food, kui, clothes. Yeah, the West, you have more problem, sorry to say, because in the West, development country, you have more problem because you have more brand. Not just clothes, you have to have certain clothes. It has to have some name or brand. Poor country, that is out of questions. There's no brand. You just need something to wear. That's all good here, just something to wear. It's not, like that. Yeah, we created, we human created a lot of difficulties, and like we created so many things. At the same time, it's, kind of produce a lot of stress that we. It's not just we just see. There's no problem with just seeing, but we believing in that what we see and what we not just seeing is the problem, but believing in that, believing, oh, I have to have this because this is good. Everything's just label. Everything's label. It's just called something, and then you believe. Then so, what is life? Life is combination of food, clothes. Then fame is the most difficult one to give up. Fame is the most attachment to the fame is the most difficult to give up among those three: food, clothes, but the fame, reputations. So these are obstacles to develop renunciations, or to have the thought day and night, not just once a blue moon, day and night, thinking about liberations, day and night. So then maybe you actualize realizations of the renunciation because you are thinking day and night, thinking about liberations. Oh, according to Lama Tsongkhapa's three principal aspects of the path to enlightenment, three principal aspects of the path to enlightenment, according to that text. Once you think about liberation day and night, so there's the kind of sign that you develop renunciations. So now the question is like, oh, I'm very attached to this life. What can be done? Or there's something that you can do. It's not like that, oh, this is too bad. There's nothing you can do. No, there's something you can do. I don't know what kind of practice I should do to loosen up that attachment to this life. It doesn't mean don't enjoy it. Please don't misunderstand. Some people say, I should not care. That's not good. That's not good. Growing your hair, not taking shower, that's not renunciations. That's not renunciations. Not caring of anything, that's not renunciations. No. So now, clinging so tightly on this life, combination of food, clothes, fame. Among those, the fame or reputation is the most difficult to give up. So now think about that, okay? Think about that. So now we are talking about, the tenjonyega, cella long, yellow compet, said in Naxindos, said in Naxindos. Tenjonyegas, precious human life. What I can do, loosen up amount of attachment I have to this life, how I can loosen them, losing, loosen them up,
Loosen.
loosen them up. Oh, that you should focus on precious human life, precious human life. Where? It's here, it's there, your life. It's not like somewhere in the space. No, no, precious human life. The life that you have is called precious human life. Precious human life. Oh. Precious human life. This precious life has limit. It is not immortal. It is mortal. It's not immortal. It's mortal. Thinking that you are going to be here forever, that's mistake. That's ignorance. That's mistake. Or thinking every day is the last day. There's no problem. It sounds like a problem, but it's not a problem. There's good things to have. Thinking every day could be the last day. So what do? Something positive. Something positive. Oh, Tenjonyekas need to understand this precious human life. You can think, oh, maybe it's not rare, it's not difficult to find because we have now population problem. We are now going into the 8 billion people on this planet. There are so many of them, but we have only one. No, one. No, Tenjonyekas, no, need to remind yourself doing review meditations on Lamrim, or maybe just bring it up every day that so grateful that I'm alive. I can see, I can think something positive. That's why you can think something positive. Therefore, this life is precious. This life is different than animals. Or animal eats, they give birth. No, they have like the partners. They raise their children. They eat when they get hungry. They they do the same thing. What's the difference different about human? Oh, we can think. We have this marvelous brain that allows us to think something positive. Oh, therefore this life is precious. It's very difficult to find. Oh, precious human life. There's something to be focused on. If you're thinking, oh, I'm so attached to this life, maybe how I can loosen it up, loosen it up. Focus on precious human life. It's not that difficult, precious human life. Remind your life is precious. Don't ever think, oh, this is just something that I hate it, I don't like. No, I hate myself. Oh, no good, no good, no good at all, no good, no good. You are not just not seeing that life is precious, you are seeing life as something negative. No good, no good, no good. Then you have less chance to develop renunciation, you have less chance. So that's what I'm saying. Yes, last Wednesday, there are a number of knowledge is needed in order to develop renunciations. Without those knowledge or understanding renunciations, you're never going to develop renunciations. If you're not able to think that your life is precious, there will be no renunciations. It's just between lip, that's all. That's how it begins. If you think, oh, my life is not good, I don't like myself, I don't like, I'm blah, blah, I'm this, I'm that, nobody likes me. Oh, no. It's not a good start. It's not good. It's not good. That's why I'm in the beginning of the class says, you should not look down on yourself. You should not point something that you did wrong if there's no benefit. Don't do. There's no benefit. Don't do. If there's some benefit, then there's benefit, then you do, if there's some benefit. Other than that, don't. So that's the first step. Recognizing that life, the very life that you have is precious. Recognizing that is the important. Without that, there'll be no renunciations. Then the life that the very life that I have is very precious. It has limit.
Meanwhile, YouTube suspended President Trump's account on its platform for a week. It is the latest social media company to curb his online.
Okay, time for advertisement.
Fighters and weapons stockpiles. Syrian state media says the raids hit towns near the Iraqi border. A war monitor group said that at least 57 fighters were killed. In North Korea, the ruling party's Congress came to a close with Kim Jong-un calling for a
What happened? BBC News forcing into our Zoom class. No, this very precious human life has limit. It's mortal, it's not immortal. It's mortal. That's called impermanent. Teaching on impermanent, death and impermanent. Milarepa said he ran onto the mountains because fear of death. He ran onto the mountain because fear of death. Then he's been thinking, meditating means thinking, as I always said, meditation means thinking. He's been thinking about he's thinking about time of death is uncertainty. He's been thinking about that. Time of death is uncertainty. He's been thinking. Then finally he said, now when actual death comes, I have no fear. I have no fear. Because this meditation shaped his life, so he has no fear, no regret. No regret. No regret. No regret. Machiwe jine rilato. Semnime namchicha semnime nelo tombago namchikaza. Machiwe jine rilato namchicha gongombe. Namchicha semnime nelo to tachiwa jine nyangwa. He's been thinking again and again. Time of death is uncertain. He's reflecting on that again and again. And finally, he realized the true nature of mind. True nature of mind. Now he says, when the actual death comes, he has no fear. No fear. Oh. Well, so that is the part of renunciations. Without that, there will be no renunciations. Okay. So that's just, I'm debating with Sean. I'm not sure what Sean is going to say. Oh, yeah. Oh. You can develop renunciations wherever you live, at your home. You can develop renunciations. You don't have to go to monastery. You don't have to become monk. You don't have to become nun. You can develop renunciations wherever you are staying. You don't need to go all the way to Nepal. It's a thought process. It's not the place. So you decide, oh, I will probably go to Nepal, the remote part of Nepal. You need to think, wherever you go, there you are. You have to go with your mind. You can't leave your mind in the United States, then go your body to Nepal. Not like that. Wherever you go, there you are. You have to go with your mind. So then there's no hermit fox, hermit coyote. Did you ever heard? Hermit coyote or hermit ox or hermit cow. You go there all day, you are sleeping. But you are on the Himalayan mountain with the intention to do meditation, sleeping all day long. Or you are sitting in the cave, but your mind is roaming around like coyote or foxes. Oh. So then that will thinking about the precious human life again and again, and thinking this precious human life is mortal, it has limit. Oh, so then that practice is kind of like loosen up the attachment to this life. Doesn't mean don't enjoy, doesn't mean become careless. No, that's wrong. That's wrong, that's misunderstanding. Doesn't mean, oh, don't shave your hair, or don't shave your beard, like don't take a shower. It's not like that, no. No, that means taking more responsibility. So, that's according to three principal aspects of the path to enlightenment, the text composed by Lama Tsongkhapa. That talks about renunciations. So then, when I can tell that whether I actualize your renunciation or not, if you are thinking about renunciation day and night, so then that's the kind of sign that you manage to develop renunciations. Oh, that sounds so difficult. Don't get depressed. Don't get depressed. You can still create merit. That's the most important things. You can do it well. Don't think, that's so difficult. That's not only things. There's something else we can do. You can create merit. Okay? So then it goes on. If you become so attached to the next life, what can be done? Then that's next set of teachings. So we don't need to go there. So we are talking about this life. We don't need to go to next life. If you become very attached to next life, then what kind of practice that helps you to not to become too attached to next life? So there's a second set of teachings or practice. So then what else, Sean? What else?
I think I'm supposed to say, what is it where you say, I accept, right? Yeah, I accept.
I accept.
I'm not, there's no debate. There's no debate there. I accept.
Okay. Well, I say,
I did go read through some of Rinpoche's teachings, and the text, the three principal aspects of the path, the commentary, Pabonka's commentary that I think you had taught before, and it says exactly the same thing. I think Rinpoche also he presents the same thing too, looking at the 8 worldly dharmas. He gives different examples. The story of Drum Tempa, and there's a man at a Rating monastery that's circumambulating the story about. He says, it'd be better to practice dharma, so that the person thinks, well, maybe I'll recite text. And he comes back, he says, it'd be better to practice dharma. And then he says, well, maybe I should be meditating. And so he comes back and says, well, that's great, but it would be better to practice dharma. And basically it comes down to renounce this. He says, you need to renounce this life, attachment to this life, if you are wanting to practice dharma. At least that's the way it's translated, I think.
Yeah, so that's a literally translation. What it means? like city, this life, means don't make big deal out of this life, you know. Don't make big deal. Don't stress out. Don't stress out.
Be content.
I say like literally translations of city, means renounce. Then unfortunately that word renounce has some kind of negative connotations in the West that people kind of misunderstand. Or maybe leave everything behind, go somewhere else. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. I'm not just saying this to make you happy. Totally wrong. You don't go anywhere. Why you have to go somewhere? Why you have to go somewhere? So if somebody say, oh, do you have to go somewhere? I would like to debate with that person. So we will have good debate. Why you have to go to somewhere? No, you don't have to go somewhere. Then what it means like renounce or attachment. Attachment. Oh. Minimize or reduce attachment. Oh. Doesn't mean don't enjoy, you know. Doesn't mean don't enjoy. Of course you enjoy it because there's a positive, the result of your positive karma. Why you don't enjoy? You can enjoy. Same time, don't ever think it's going to be there forever. Mistake, ignorance. Don't ever think there has to be there forever. Mistake. Right from the beginning, when you get new flower, don't ever think, oh, I want this flower to be like this forever. Mistake. Enjoying at the same time, fully aware, few days, it's going to get old. It's not going to be the same thing. Oh, impermanent, knowledge of impermanent. Oh. So, I very much remember what you said. The conversation between Drum Temba and Lama Atishas and some other practitioners. Something has to change here. It's not about changing outside, it's changing here. It's not about changing outside, changing house, going somewhere else. It's not going to help much. Changing here, you can live at your home, but changing here. That's what I'm saying. You could develop renunciation at your home. You could get enlightened at your home. You could develop bodhicitta at your home. No need to go anywhere else. Oh, yeah. Then according to Lama Choba, according to Lama Choba Song of Experience, there's many Lamrim, small Lamrim teachings composed by Lama Tsongkhapa, Benjen Lobsa Chuji. The beginning of every Lamrim talks about renunciations. Lamrim means renunciation, bodhicitta, wisdom, realize, emptiness. How to develop that. The stages of path that lead there step by step. Oh, that's what Lamrim means. Oh. So that's why I'm encouraging everybody, all my friends from the center, I'm encouraging the last 20 plus years, please think something positive, think something positive. Whatever ways you can think something positive. Oh, about your life, precious. Not something that's like garbage. Precious. Oh, okay. That preciousness has limit. Don't ever think it's going to be here forever. Mistake. That's why sometimes people ask me about my retirement, all of that. I tell people I live day by day. I live day by day. That's my answer to people. I live day by day. Try to live, if this moment goes well, if this second goes well, then you can hope that minute will go well. If the minutes go well, then you can hope the hour will go well. If the hours go well, then you can hope the day will go well. If you can hope the day will go well, then maybe week, then month, then year, then how you make progress. So live day by day. Every day is new life, it's new day. So think something not like caught up in the yesterday, what happened yesterday. No. Every day thinking what can be done, what can I do, what I can. So every day, living by day, trying to be present, if the past history become like past history, if something like negative become overwhelmed, I purify. I try to purify them. If I remember something positive from the past, and I rejoice and I dedicate. And of course, then hoping that the future will be a good one, hoping, but without too much thinking about, the future. Living life day by day, trying to follow the footstep of Kadamba Master, trying to follow the footstep of the Kadamba Master, trying to live day by day. So then if, day goes well, before I go to bed, then I try to rejoice, I try to watch my one-day video. I watch my one-day video before I go to bed. So if I see many good things, then I rejoice and I go to bed with a happy mind and encouraging myself to do more next day, if I am alive. So then in the morning when I wake up, then I'm thinking not to find what to complain. I'm thinking to find something positive that makes me grateful, that I'm not dead yet. So then I can do something good. Maybe to become helpful to Geshe Sampo physically, mentally, helping him like do the chores, not like ordering him to do all everything because he's my student. So like that, so little by little thing here, little thing there. So then I truly believe Dharma is pure. Dharma is pure. It's uncontaminated. It's pure. It's been pure since the path was pure, since the Shakyamuni Buddha discovered till now, after 2,500 years. Path is pure. Path will lead. People make mistake, but Dharma is pure. Dharma has ability to change your mind. Change your mind from negative to the positive. That's 100% sure. There's no doubt. 100% sure. So little by little. Okay. So then what else? So then one could say, I'm not sure like how to. I'm not sure why I don't have this desire to liberate myself. I'm not sure like why I don't have this strong desire to liberate myself, or maybe strong desire to seek liberation. Why was that? Maybe then somebody will wonder. Therefore Buddha taught Four Noble Truths to help us to generate that kind of will or interest, Buddha taught Four Noble Truths. Then according to Lama Tsongkhapa's Lamrim Song of Experience, when you read the Song of Experience, Lama Tsongkhapa clearly explained there. not able to reflect the drawback of First Noble Truth, the downside of First Noble Truth, not able to reflect daily basis, not able to reflect on the downside of the First Noble Truth, truth of suffering, or so complications, problems, difficulties. Been there, done that, then doing again, been there, done that, then doing again, then been there, done that, it never ends. Never learn, been there, done that, then doing again, all over again. If we don't think about the downside of the First Noble Truth, there will be no genuine interest for liberations, which is renunciations. This renunciation is seeking. It's not just renouncing something, it's seeking freedom. Renunciation is the seeking freedom from all the problems. That is a renunciation. It's not like living behind something or maybe renouncing something. Renunciation is seeking everlasting freedom from all these problems. What are the problems? Oh, maybe our understanding of problem doesn't go very deep. Maybe our understanding of problem is pain, physical pain. No. That's not the First Noble Truth. It is included there, but that's not this is not all about the First Noble Truth. First Noble Truth is much, much deeper than that. So see. So now maybe I'm doing pretty well now. I'm kind of like seeking liberations. I'm now understanding the downside of the First Noble Truth. I'm kind of interested now. I have more interest into liberation. I'm kind of seeking liberations. So now wondering what is the root cause of samsara. So then second noble truth, root cause. Then need to understand all the different types of disturbing thought. How many of them there, how we develop them, and what is the root of that. So then the second noble truth. They then teach you how to cut the root of samsara by studying the second noble truth. Studying the first noble truth allows you to generate the interest to seek moksha or liberations. Second noble truth teach you how to seize cause of problems, complications, difficulties, not just cause, primary cause, or root cause. Then when you are doing that, when you are actually doing that, that's called path. Third noble truth, that's called path. So when you succeed, so that's called cessations. Then you know now, oh, like somebody's making comment on my hair. I used to bother me so much now. It doesn't really bother me, they can make comments. So I like my hair, whatever they say, I kind of like my hair. I'm content with my hair, whatever they say, so. That's pretty good progress, Just pretty good progress. Pretty good progress. I think probably that's why the early 60s, during 60s hippies, they're kind of so when I was a young boy back in the monastery, we used to have few of them come to monastery. Long hair with the guitar and looks like never take showers and hair. You say something, they don't care. It doesn't bother them. So they are happy. They are happy how they look. They are happy no matter what people comment. It doesn't bother them. They are happy what they look, how they dress. They are happy. So So that, it's not complete authentic renunciation, but it's pretty good. You make comment of their clothes, their hair, their beard, their mustache. They just smile. They don't say anything. They just smile. So anyway, so then, yeah, so if we ever wonder how come that I don't have this strong desire for liberations, maybe our understanding of First Noble Truth is not deep enough. That's why. Is this the only practice? If I can't do that, do I consider myself a failure? No, not at all, not at all, not at all. You can recite mantra, you can, you can do many positive actions, physically, verbally, mentally. You can do many positive actions. Every action counts. Every action counts. Every action counts. So every positive action purifies. Every positive actions accumulate merit. There's something we can do it well. Don't give up. Oh, renunciation is too difficult to develop. I'm not going to practice. No, that's not a skillful way. That's not very skillful. As I say, if you can carry 50 pounds, you don't look up elephant who's carrying 1,000 pounds. Yeah, elephant physically capable to carry 1,000 pounds. Doesn't mean you have to carry 1,000 pounds. If you try that, that's not a very skillful approach. You carry what you can carry, then carry it well. Oh yeah, Thomas, so much been said. I'm not sure like what time is now. Is there any time left? What time is it?
Geshe, you have about 15 minutes.
Oh yeah. So Sean, you want to say, anybody want to say something about renunciations? Or anybody like to have debate with me about renunciations? No, not debate, I'm just joking. Renunciation. If you can read Lamrim, so then read Lamrim, then Lamrim teaching explains what is renunciations. I don't want you to get this misunderstanding of what is renunciation. Renunciation is seeking liberations. It's not like giving up something. It's like seeking liberations day and night. So no samsara, no dharma. What do you say, Sean? No samsara, no dharma. Is that true?
I don't know.
No life, no dharma. If there's no life, there will be no dharma. Without precious human life, there will be no dharma. So I don't want people to think that everything you do in day-to-day life, feeding your kids, clothing them, taking them here, there, is that meaningless? No, it's not meaningless. It's not meaningless. I don't want people to think, everything that I do in my life is meaningless. No, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Or maybe it's create more samsara. That's what you say, John? It's not that's what you say. It's like, but What Lama Tsongkhapa said in one of his mind training texts, I already taught at the center a long time ago. Rangi, rangla, rang yourself. Rangi, rangla means to from yourself to yourself. How you say? 2 times. Chukila, rangi, rang. How you say?
To you yourself?
To you yourself. To you yourself. Rangi, rang. That makes sense? Shukila? To you yourself.
Yes.
Rangi, rang. I'm not making this up. Who said? Lama Tsongkhapa said, I'm not making this up. Rangi, rangla, shase, tre depchis. How you say, Chukila?
Well, I think, Geshe, it's to you yourself.
Okay, to you yourself. To you yourself. Shasa, kindness, compassion, kindness. Tre depchis is okay. It's okay. No, it's okay, so trade debt is like I say, you talk through you to yourself.
So if you're saying, like, Geshe, you could just say, show yourself kindness, or you could say, to you yourself, show kindness.
To you, how you say to
you yourself.
To you yourself. Okay, to you. So because this word needs to be there, because rangi rang. Also, so see, there's a lot.
To you yourself, show kindness. Yeah.
To you yourself, show kindness. To you yourself, show kindness. What that means? Who said? Lama Tsongkhapa said. Why he said this? Important. It's important. Oh, you are not going to develop renunciation because you have family, you have kids, you have wife, you have job. Doesn't sound like what Lama Tsongkhapa says. Doesn't sound like that. To you yourself, how is it? Sorry.
Or you could just say, you show yourself kindness.
You show
Either of those work.
You show yourself. Okay, you show yourself kindness. This word is very important. It's important for me. Rangi rangla shazet trade debchi. Otherwise, we become so critical, so harsh. No good. No good. No good. Unless there's some benefit. Other than that, no good. No good at all. Unless there's some benefit. Otherwise, no good. Chukila, sorry, you need to say this word again. Sorry. show kindness yourself.
Yeah, you can say show kindness to yourself. If you want to really emphasize, you can say you show yourself kindness, but it's implied if you just say show yourself kindness.
True you needs to be there. True you needs to be there. You show kindness to yourself. The true you needs to be there. No, because that's what text says. You show kindness to yourself, or you show kindness to yourself when you are having hard time. When you tell yourself, oh, you are never going to develop relationship because you have children, you have wife, you have like job, that doesn't sound like kindness. Work for them. This is my life. Work for them. Create much marriage as possible. So make sure the intention is altruistic attitude, bodhicitta. Create much marriage as possible. So then dedicate that marriage towards renunciation, bodhicitta, wisdom, and emptiness. Then this becomes the cause of that. Show kindness to yourself. Rangi rangla shazete. Show kindness to yourself. Why? Because generally speaking, that's not what we do. We become critical to ourselves. we become harsh, and we beat ourselves all the time, there'll be zero chance for renunciation. There'll be no renunciation if you do that. Oh, rangi rangla shaze tredit. Even though you are making mistake, you don't shout, you don't scream, you don't beat yourself. You show kindness to yourself. Especially mother, show more kindness, more compassion among those children. One of the children is not doing very good, show more kindness. This is very important. Rangi rangla shaze tredit. Show kindness to yourself. Approach to yourself with kindness. Approach to yourself with kindness. Approach to yourself with compassion. Oh, approach to yourself with compassion. Very good, very good. Yeah. So there's something we can do, and we can all do it well. We can do. It's not something we cannot do. We can do, and we can do it well. But we just need to be mindful, and we need to motivate ourselves every day when we wake up. Oh, I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm not going to be critical. I'm not going to comment on how I look, how I dress. I'm not going to comment on my hair. I'm not going to remember what other people say about my hair. I'm just going to approach to myself with the kindness, compassion, that I can become more kindness, more compassionate. So then the world is going to be a better place because I'm kinder, I'm more compassionate. I'm one of the 6 billion people on this planet. I'm contributing to a better world because I'm more kind, more compassionate towards myself. Then I look around. All this, I believe all these people deserve kindness, compassion. Then your life is going to be shine. Your life is going to be shine. Okay? Oh yeah, so then next Wednesday, so sorry, so much has been said. So much has been said. Otherwise, we end up creating so much spiritual stress. Oh, not able to develop bodhicitta, not able to see emptiness, not able to, we like to focus on something we don't have, but that's the human nature. That's human nature, that's human nature. Okay, so now this Wednesday, now renunciation is finished. Then you please read in Lamrim book. So then any question that you have, you can send it to Donasi. So Donasi will tell me. So then why I'm asking that, because my writing, it takes me a long time to write. So then it's like, I could write, but it may not make any sense to you what I'm writing, but then it's better to tell the Donasi on the phone, so then Donasi can explain to you. It's much better. Okay. So then next Wednesday, Donasi, you say next Wednesday, what's going to happen?
Yes, Geshe. Next Wednesday, well, I will back up. Lama Zopa Rinpoche requested of His Holiness to teach on a text called Recognizing the Mother, a song of experience on the middle way view, which is about emptiness. And he will be teaching on that in our time on the evening of February 7. So we have requested, and Geshe has very kindly agreed to help us prepare for that by also teaching on that text for us beginning next Wednesday during this time period. And you can use the same Zoom registration for it. So.
Donasi requests me to spin your head clockwise, counterclockwise, based on the text that His Holiness is going to teach. Donasi requests me to spin your head clockwise, counterclockwise, Not just your head, my head too. Clockwise. The text is about, Shunyata. The text is about Shunyata, ultimate truth, Shunyata. So I try all my best. Or maybe we all just end up going our head like this. That's okay. All right. Thank you very much for all of you coming to the Wednesday night class. So then, whatever question that you have, please feel free to ask. Okay, you can send it to Tonasi. So only reason I ask that is like sending to me, it will take long time. If you're hoping to answer quicker, so it's better to send it to Tonasi so that I can explain on the phone. So it's much better than me writing you. My English writing is not good, okay? Yeah, thank you so much, all my friends. So, and have a wonderful night. So then, whenever Alhamdulillah will do the dedication, then please join your heart in this difficult time. The Alhamdulillah, no need a mandala offering, no need. So then just do the dedications. No need mandala, just do dedication. Shanti Deva dedication, Alhamdulillah, you can do. Oh, yeah. Alhamdulillah. The mic. Oh, yeah.
Gewadi nududa lama sangeru gyone dowa tikyamalupa dei sala geposhok Janchu Senchoren Poche Make Ponam Ke Kuchik Kewanyam Pa Me Payang Gone Gondu Pawasho Jamper Pawo Jita Kempadang Kundu Zampo Deya De Jinte Deda Kungi Jesu Daloche Gewadi Dan Chanche Raptungo Dusun shepe gewa tancheki, gawa gala chotunga pade, tashe gewe tawa dukunkang, sampo churcher raptungo wargi. Kandira we korwe jinkam dir, dendandewa malu jungwene, chere zigwan tenzing yatsoi, shape site badu tengyuchi. Jonuia nala washotu, awatare tsempara sopo, rosangewa de ton le pelcho, shosho gengula masoa de. Tubsu chan jin chan gengewe, tenzin kyepewe, kunzer do poze. Choksum kurwele kuntudu, padok sok dushe, kundu japten sho. Taritu re soha, taritu re soha. Taritu re soha, taritu re soha. Taritu re soha. Taritu re soha. Taritu re soha.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank
Thank you, Geshe.
Okay, thank
Good
you,
night,
Geshe.
Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe. Good night.
Gracias,
Thank
gracias,
you,
Geshe.
Geshe.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
good
you.
night.
Good night.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All right.